Maybe this sounds familiar. You fall into bed exhausted, but the moment the lights go out, your mind wakes up. Or you wake up at 3 a.m. like clockwork, staring at the ceiling. Then morning comes, you feel sedated, heavy, foggy, reaching for coffee just to feel human. You have probably been told this is just stress or age or one of those things. Some of you are waking around with a melatonin rhythm that has flipped upside down. High in the morning when it should be nearly undetectable, and flat at night when it should be surging. And the driver behind this is not bad sleep hygiene, it is your cortisol. Here is what I mean. Melatonin and cortisol are dance partners, a seesaw, one up, the other down. Cortisol peaks after waking to get you out of bed, then declines across the day. Melatonin does the reverse, rising in the evening to open the door for restorative sleep. Cortisol prepares for activity. Melatonin prepares for repair. They hand off to each other like two shifts in a factory. But when chronic stress keeps your HPA axis stuck in overdrive, when cortisol stays elevated into the evening, it directly suppresses your pineal gland's ability to produce melatonin. A 2025 review confirmed this pattern. Suppress nocturnal melatonin and elevated evening cortisol observed across multiple populations. Elevated cortisol does not just make you feel wired. It blocks the melatonin surge you need to enter deep sleep. And then your body tries to compensate. A 2025 study found melatonin elevated during the day in patients with high cortisol, a potential compensatory response to cortisol-mediated oxidative stress. Your body, sensing the damage cortisol is doing, starts producing melatonin at the wrong time of the day to try to protect you. This is the inversion. More than melatonin that should have been cleared hours ago, lingering, making you feel drugged. And a nighttime surge too weak to do its job because cortisol is still sitting on the other end of the seesaw. You are tired when you should be awake, awake when you should be sleeping. And the consequences reach far beyond sleep. Melatonin is the most potent antioxidant in your body, 4 times more powerful than glutathione, twice as active as vitamin E. A 2026 review confirmed it directly scavenges reactive oxygen species and upregulates your antioxidants defense. It protects your cardiovascular tissue, your mitochondria, your glucose regulation. When cortisol suppresses melatonin night after night, it is your long-term disease resilience that pays the price. Now here is what most people miss. Melatonin is not just made in your brain. It is produced locally in your retina, skin, immune cells, bone marrow, and mitochondria of almost every single cell. And your gut contains several hundred times more melatonin than your pineal gland ever will. Local melatonin often never reaches the bloodstream. It stays where it's made, protecting nearby tissues, which means your gut health is directly tied to your circadian resilience. If you have chronic inflammation or dysbiosis, you are impairing one of your body's largest melatonin reservoirs. And cortisol makes this worse. It disrupts gut barrier integrity and drives intestinal permeability. Chronic stress does not just suppress pineal melatonin, it degrades the extra-pineal melatonin your gut would otherwise be contributing, a systems-level disruption. There is also a medication layer worth knowing. Beta blockers like propranolol block the pineal receptors norepinephrine needs to activate. SSRs, benzodiazepines, calcium channel blockers chronic non-steroidal painkillers, and corticosteroids all appear on the list of melatonin suppressant agents. Alcohol, nicotine, and cannabis can suppress the nocturnal surge. If you are on any of those, do not stop them on your own, but awareness matters. Even shifting a beta blocker from evening to morning can meaningfully reduce the impact. So, what do you do? Let me start with food because it is where the most accessible evidence-based leverage lives. Your pineal gland needs tryptophan as a raw substrate. Tryptophan is an essential amino acid. Your body cannot make it. It must come from your diet. Tryptophan crosses the blood-brain barrier, converts to serotonin, and then, through methylation reactions requiring active vitamin B6, becomes melatonin. Without enough dietary tryptophan or vitamin B6, your pineal gland simply cannot produce sufficient melatonin, no matter how dark your bedroom is. The richest sources: pumpkin seeds, turkey, chicken, almonds, eggs, and fatty fish. But here is nuance most people miss. Tryptophan competes with other large neutral amino acids to cross into the brain. A 2025 review on nutritional interventions for sleep confirmed that consuming tryptophan alongside a small amount of carbohydrates, even something as simple as a piece of fruit, with your evening almonds, raises the plasma tryptophan to LNAA ratio, improving brain uptakes and melatonin synthesis. This is not about large meals before bed. It is about strategic pairing. Then there are the foods that contain melatonin directly. Tart cherries are the most studied. A 2025 meta-analysis found that just 30 milliliters of tart cherry juice concentrate taken over 7 days significantly increased total sleep time, sleep efficiency, and melatonin levels. Pistachios are the richest nut source. American-grown pistachios contain approximately 660 nanograms of melatonin per gram, far exceeding most other plant foods. Walnuts, oats, tomatoes, barley, mushrooms, and eggs also contribute meaningful amounts. They are whole foods delivering melatonin alongside its natural cofactors. Chlorophyll, beta-carotene, and other antioxidant compounds then enhance its activity. Now, layer in light. Morning light is the most powerful tool that costs nothing. Within 30 minutes of waking, get outside. A 2026 review on the light-eye-brain axis confirmed that morning light promotes synchronization by stimulating melatonin suppression and cortisol elevation together. One motion, two hormones correctly phased. This anchors your SCN and clears residual melatonin that should not be there. Then 2-3 hours before your individual bedtime, not a fixed clock time, begin the descent. Dim, warm light spectrum light only. No screens without blue light filters. No bright bathroom trips in the middle of the night. Artificial light at night suppresses melatonin and triggers a cortisol release at the wrong time. The research is unequivocal. Move exercise to early in the day, ideally before 4 p.m. Evening workouts can suppress melatonin for up to 3 hours. Morning exercise reinforces the cortisol-melatonin rhythm in the right direction. Support your gut. Diverse plant intake. Fermentable fiber. Where appropriate, targeted probiotics. Gut health and sleep health are the same conversation. And now let me tell you something about supplementation. 5 or 10 milligrams of melatonin at bedtime raises plasma levels 3 to 60 times above the normal peak. That is not replacement. That is a pharmacological event. The physiologic dose for clock synchronization is 0.1 to 0.3 milligrams. Start there if you supplement at all. Always consult a pharmacist or a doctor before taking any supplements. Support production first. Your pineal gland needs vitamin B3, vitamin B6, magnesium, and calcium. Get your tryptophan, pumpkin seed, turkey, almonds. Get your dietary melatonin, tart cherries, pistachios, walnuts, oats. Pair them with a small carbohydrate in the evening to enhance brain uptake. Give your body the raw materials before you reach for a pill. Here is what I want you to carry forward. Melatonin and cortisol are dance partners. When stress keeps cortisol elevated into the night, melatonin cannot rise. When melatonin stays elevated into the morning, alertness cannot engage. The seesaw is stuck. The reset is not complicated. Morning light, evening darkness, tryptophan and melatonin-rich foods, timed strategically. Gut health, early exercise, nutritional cofactors. And if you supplement, dose physiologically. Your circadian system is not broken. It is responding precisely to the environment, the substances, and the stress load you have delivered to it. Change the input. The rhythm will follow. Always consult a pharmacist or a doctor before taking any supplements. Persistent daytime melatonin with chronic headaches, vision changes, nausea, or balance problems warrants clinical investigation. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next lecture.